Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video, we're going to be using this Altenew I Adore You stamp set. I just got it in a haul. I haven't put the video up yet, but of course I couldn't wait to use it. So I stamped 2 of the flowers and 1 of the larger leaves on this masking paper. And all I wanted to do was kind of show you how to cut out one. The main thing with doing the fussy cutting is to remember to move the paper, not your scissors, okay? Now, what I like about the masking paper, like I could kind of see where I wanted to put my flowers without actually making a commitment by stamping it down. So once I got done playing, I'm going to start stamping, and I covered it with the masking paper. And this allows you to get depth with your images. So it'll make it look like these flowers are actually behind the main one that I want to pop out. And then for the leaf, I put the second flower masking on, so that way I could attach the leaves to make it look like it's coming from underneath the flower. So there's a lot of different ways you can use masking with the masking paper, or even if you have, what is it, like the Post-it tape? I think we have a roll in the boutique that you can use. You can use that to mask off, you know what I mean? You just need something that's going to be sticky enough to lay down and allow you to stamp in a way to make it look like these are behind the flower. Okay, so right there I'm showing you a mistake that I just made. I wound up stamping it again, and I did the same thing. And it's what happens is when you're using a block that's too big, you wind up sometimes getting ink on it and you don't realize it, or it's on your fingers. It's a mess. So I almost scrapped this and decided to do something else, but instead, here we go. We're going to move forward. So I've taken my Molotow masking pen. This is another method really of masking. Now this masking is going to allow us to create a background for our project here with some watercolors, which we're going to do in a little bit. And when we take the masking off of the flowers here, it'll still be nice and white, you know, because we've masked it, so it's not going to take any of the watercolor that we're going to use. So I have my 36 colors. You can get these in the Scrapbooking with Me boutique. And I'll make sure I have links for everything down below. And what I like is you can take the pans out, and if you need it to replace, you can always order, I believe you can order these individual. And we're going to use our water brush. And for this one, because we're doing a background, I decided that I wanted to use a wider brush for this one, because I want to cover more distance. And I don't know why, but I just love yellow on the backgrounds. So I decided that I wanted to do sort of like a, I don't want to say gradation. That's not the word. Like an ombre. Is that the word? Ombre look. And so what I did was I put more concentrated amount of color at the bottom, and as I went up, I tried to put more water-based of the color. And you can add color, remove color. If I wanted to add a little bit of just plain water to it, and then use a paper towel or tissue to bring up some of the color, I could have. But the main thing was I just wanted to make sure that it looked like there was a variation. And then I'm just taking the heat tool and drying this up because I want it to go a little bit faster. And then all I did at first is I took my finger and was rubbing against this, and I realized, you know, this is a lot. It's the flowers and the leaves. I'm like, let me get my little gummy, I forget what this thing is called, but it's like an eraser. It's magic. So all I'm going to do is clear off all of the Molotow that dried. And you can see it's giving me nice, you know, really white flowers and leaves that now I can go back in and use my watercolors or whatever medium I want to color them in. I could have even used color pencils if I wanted to, because the Molotow protect it. Alright, so we're just going to finish up cleaning this off. Thank God I sped this up, because let me tell you, my hand kept getting tired. Now, a little bit of the yellow did come through. It's probably because I didn't have enough of the Molotow down. You just gotta play with it, get used to it. It didn't bother me. I was still able to put my color over top of it and keep it moving. So right now, I'm going to let the music play while we color in the flowers and the leaves, because that's going to be very similar to what we've done before. And I'll be back as we get to the end. Okay, so as we come to the end, and I was just trying to clean up some of the edges around the flowers, I knew I wanted to use the stamp, the sentiment from the same stamp set. So I just take the I Adore You, and I'm going to use my Misty this time because it's a new stamp, and I know I'm going to have to stamp it a few times to make sure that it's nice and dark on this watercolor paper too. So I think I did it like 4 times because I wanted it super dark. And then to finish this off, to, you know, because this really does make a really pretty card front, but I wanted to do some splatter. So I'm just going to take some of the gold from the Starry Colors from the Ganzai Tambi, and we're going to hook that up. And then after that, I'm going to actually go back off camera and add some white splatter, which I think just gives it a little bit more interest and depth. It's really pretty, okay? So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I know it was a lot more of technique than it was full just coloring video, but I just couldn't help myself with these flowers. They're so pretty, and I'm so glad I got them. So make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. And at the end of the video, I will have links to previous Coloring Sunday videos. And I'll try and include one of the princesses as well, because those have been fun to color. I know I'm saying a lot. I'm sorry, you guys. Just leave comments down below if you have any questions or suggestions. And I will see you with our next video. Have a great day.